Hey, how's it going, guys? Gamerdude back once again with another episode in our Just the Facts series. So, I want to open this episode how I'm going to be opening these episodes for the remainder of this pandemic by first of all saying to my entire community, I hope you are all keeping well and safe. We are all in this together and must adhere to the guidelines the governments of the world have set out for us, or this virus just isn't going away anytime soon. I also want to pass on my deepest condolences for anyone watching in the future who may have lost a loved one due to the C virus. So then, to business. Now, it would appear that it's not all doom and gloom in the world of gaming due to the C virus. The world continues to spin and humans are still going about day-to-day life as if nothing was happening. You know, there's still people in the UK breaking the lockdown and, yeah, deaths are on the rise. But let's not get into that. Anyway, as I was saying, this would include a new Silent Hill game, or rather a reboot of the game. So in this video we're going to be discussing everything I've found regarding one of Sony's lead horror titles, why they are suddenly doing this, how long they've actually been working on it, and when we can expect it to be released. I also apologise for the noise in the background. I have my washing machine on, so you're just gonna have to like it and lump it, I'm afraid. So, there is a lot going on with Silent Hill at the moment, and you know, due to the current pandemic, a horror apocalyptic style game probably wouldn't be the best idea right about now. I mean, I know it's not too apocalyptic; it's just a horror game and it's scary, but still, you get where I'm coming from. Anyway. Japan Studio is working on a series reboot for Konami, with Gravity Rush creator Toyama directing the project. He obviously started his career working on the original Silent Hill back in the day, so it's a superb fit. You know, it could be a fantastic reboot, it could be a fantastic game, whether it stays true to the original or whether there's some new elements. We don't always know with a reboot. You can't always tell with a reboot. But artists from the original game are also said to be involved, so we can expect some visual elements to return, maybe some old like concept art that they couldn't use in the original game they'll put into this one. Never know. Alongside that, there is speculation that Silent Hill is obviously making a comeback. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't be talking about a potential reboot, would I? Revived recently by Instagram images posted by manga artist Mr. Maro. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Maru? I'm just going to go with Maro because that sounds better than Maru. So these images appear to be separate projects at the moment, and it's unclear how they are connected, or if they even exist at all, because they were a little bit cryptic and then they were suddenly taken down. Obviously I don't have a picture for you because at the time I was recording this I couldn't get hold of the images. So it's the Sony reboot that currently appears to be further along. So does this mean that both studios are working on a reboot? I mean, do we need a reboot of the same game twice? Do we need two versions of the same game? I'm not sure what's going on here. You know, as I was looking into this, I really didn't understand what was going on here, because it seems like Konami's working on it, and it also seems like Sony's working on it. So, like I say, is it going to be two of the same game? Two different reboots of the same game? By two different companies? Are they going to be competing? Is one going to be an exclusive and one going to be cross-platform? I don't know, because we just haven't heard enough yet. But once again, looking into the mythical lands of Reddit, because they are so reliable on their sources. This is where my investigation took me. A user by the name of Dusk Golem, writing on Reddit, says the title has been in production for about 18 months. The story goes that Konami was looking for a partner and Toyama wanted to return to the horror series. Sony is footing the project's bill, but it believes brand recognition gives this title a better shot at success than, say, a Siren sequel. Konami will get a percentage of the profits. Okay, so going back on what I said earlier about the two companies making two separate games, I retract that. I was talking crap, so just rewind. Forget I said that. They're all working on the same thing together. I just wasted 2 minutes of your life talking about something that I had no idea what I was talking about, so you're welcome. It's one of those things where it's nice to hear some positive news in the gaming community. The games are still in development in spite of the current circumstances. It just goes to show that the gaming developers still care about their communities. They still care about producing great content for people and getting their games out there. And they're not just saying, well, we're understaffed, we've got no way of producing this, so we're just going to leave it, and you're going to have to lump it. No, they are still working on it, and you have to give them credit for that. So, yeah, moving on. Apparently, this reboot will be announced this year. I mean, I would have assumed it would have been announced at E3, but since that's cancelled due to the C virus, I'm not sure. Will they announce it at the gaming conference in December? Or will they announce it sooner? Will they post it on PlayStation's website or something? I don't know. But maybe if things calm down by the end of June, July, we can get some games that have been cancelled, postponed, or just some news on some new games in general, like this Silent Hill reboot. But I would say that there's too much smoke here for there not to be something afoot. So at this stage, I actually believe, for once, that these rumours are accurate, and a new exclusive Silent Hill really is in development from Sony. Of course, the proof will be in the blood-soaked pudding. See what I did there? Because, Silent Hill is just a big game of blood. Literally, you can't walk around a corner in that game without stepping in a puddle of blood or having to be attacked by someone covered in blood or just mutilate them to blood. It's just a blood-stained smear on the floor in the end. But, once again, I'm not one of those YouTubers that says, I'm right, listen to me, this is coming, blah blah blah. No. You don't call me Mr. Boss for the win, you don't call me any of the other guys. I'm not going to go into detail on it because, I really don't want any feedback from them should they come across this one day. Doubtful that they will, but just in case, I really don't want any backlash from that. So, I would say before you start listening to me, before you start dropping in the comments that, oh, you're just speculating, you're just telling us what you think's going to happen. Well, yeah, that's the whole point of these factual videos. I bring you the evidence that I've seen so far that leads me to believe that this is going to happen. I'm not saying it is happening, I'm saying it may happen. It's still a factual video because I found this information from creditable sources. Sometimes it's easy to come by. You can be scrolling through Facebook and there it is. It's on a page on Facebook that tells you this game's been postponed or this game's out now. That's usually where I get my information from. I just click on the Facebook page and there it is. But yeah, as I was saying, before you start accusing me of all that, just wait for some confirmation. That's all we can do when it comes to new games. You have to wait for confirmation from the guys developing it before anyone else says anything. I mean, take the Grand Theft Auto 6 videos all over YouTube. It's complete and utter bullcrap. I say bullcrap because I'm trying to limit the amount of swearing on the channel. Anyway, it's complete and utter bullcrap because Rockstar Games have said nothing. And they are saying nothing on purpose, because GTA 6 probably isn't their next game. It's probably going to be, I don't know, another Red Dead game, or a Bully sequel, something like that. But yeah, anyway, when it comes down to Silent Hill, if you played the original games, you may think that it doesn't need a reboot, that it ended quite well, you know, it ended on a high note. Horror games, they don't usually have a continuation to them. I mean, The Evil Within does, but if you think about other horror games, they really don't have that much continuity. I mean, Silent Hill and Evil Within are exceptions to that, because Silent Hill's continuity, it follows on from all of them. I mean, I'm not sure if it was based on a movie or something like that, but I can't remember if it was based on a movie or not. But it does appear that if they reboot it, they will keep the continuity from the original games and just keep it original. You know, they're not going to change too much. They're not going to screw around with it. They're just going to upgrade it, basically. I mean, it's the same thing that's happening with the Destroy All Humans remake. They're not screwing around with it. They're not changing it. They're keeping it exactly the same. They're just adding in some features that they couldn't on the PS2 because of the limited data available on the disc at the time. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I mean, of course, as I said, it is nice to have some positive news in the gaming world due to the C virus. So let me know what you think. I mean, obviously, I will keep you up to date in the coming weeks of anything I find out gaming related, because we all want some new games to play. I mean, if you're playing on PlayStation, yeah, you get the PS Plus games every month, but usually they add games that you've had for years. If you've got an Xbox, you've got Xbox Game Pass, but like I say, for the PlayStation, it's the same thing. You've probably had those games that are on there for years. So we really do want some new games to come out, because I, like most of you, am probably playing through a lot of my older games again, just because I am bored out of my mind. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've replayed through Spider-Man, Death Stranding, even the Telltale games. I've replayed through all the Telltale games in the last 5 weeks. That's how bored I am. That's literally how bored I am. There's nothing to do. And that's because all of the games this year have been postponed. So, you know, let me know what you guys think. You know, do you think it would be great to have a new game come out, even amidst this crisis? Do you think they're going to announce it soon? Do you think they'll wait till everything calms down? Or do you think they're just going to leave it all together and be like, right, we'll take this opportunity from this virus to just shut the project down because it's going nowhere? But, yeah, I think that's just about it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope I expanded your gaming knowledge and gave you an inside look into this potential reboot, or remake, or remaster, or whatever the hell they're doing with it. We just don't know yet. As I posted on my community posts, some of you may or may not be wondering why I've not been live streaming or producing much content lately. Well, my gran, as I've stated, came down with COVID-19, and I have been dealing with my own mental health issues regarding that, and I've also had an agonizing toothache. And, you know, I don't want to be in the middle of a live stream and then have to suddenly stop because I've got to run to the bathroom and pour some hot water in my mouth because the tooth is killing me. I honestly cannot wait for everything to reopen, because I really just want to go shopping and go to the dentist. And I really, really want a Burger King. I can't stress enough, I really want a Burger King, or a McDonald's, or a KFC, even a Nando's. I mean, well, for my American viewers, Nando's is, I think Nando's would be the equivalent of a TGI Fridays for you. I'm not too sure, but yeah, Nando's is, you're missing out, basically. But yeah, shout out to all subscribers, old and new. I can't thank you all enough for the continuous support and views of my content. I will, of course, continue to bring you the best content I can throughout this global pandemic. If you are new to the channel and enjoyed this video or any of my other content, make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe. I always sub back to new subscribers. So that being said then, this has been Just the Facts with yours truly, Happy Gaming, and I will catch you all in the next one, guys.